by electing him New Hampshire chair. His 49 other colleagues, plus the territory chairs, elected him as the head of the state Democratic chairs. We work closely together. Ray, you're a good friend. You're a great leader. Give Ray a big round of applause. So many electeds here. I want to pay special attention and just say thanks for the invitation to Governor Lynch. I'll talk about the governor in a minute. We served together as governors. I'm a big fan of your governor, to Senator Shaheen. Representative Otis, our next U.S. Senator. Representative Carol Shea Porter doing such a good job. State elected officials and party officials, Senate President Sylvia Larson, House Speaker Terry Norelli, New Hampshire Democratic Party Vice Chair Senator Martin Clark. All of you guys are working so hard, and all of you in the grassroots all over the state doing things that are making us proud. Such strong performance in 2008. And despite a number of prognosticators who are saying it's going to be a tough year in 2010, by looking at you and seeing your energy, I have a feeling we're going to do a lot better than people think. It's been a pretty good week in the Democratic Party. Let me talk about the week and let me talk about the challenges ahead of us. We won a tremendous victory this week in a special election in Pennsylvania. Yeah, it's just an election in a different state, but there are some aspects of this election that are pretty important. Our candidate, Mark Fritz, was elected to serve as a representative in a special election that was made available, that opened up because of the passing of Congressman John Murphy. This was a district that was really unusual. It was a district that was very Republican. It had gone from John Kaine by a sizable percentage in 2008. And when the special election was called, the Republican Party said, first, this is exactly the kind of seat that they need to win to demonstrate they're going to have a wave of wins in the House in November. And they pretty much all but guaranteed they would win it. And they ran the race on the themes they want to use in November to win seats. Namely, we're going to repeal health care. We're going to roll back the Obama agenda. Well, they came in for a rude awakening on Tuesday night because not only did their candidate lose, but lost by over 9 points, which was a huge win for the Democrats. In the aftermath of that race, a former head of the Republican Congressional Campaign Committee said, if you can't win the Pennsylvania 12, I don't see any wave coming in November. And that was a Republican who said that. And so again, while we've got some challenges that I'll get into in the midterms, and hey, we always have challenges in midterms, we're going to outperform. The other thing that's happening on the Republican Party showed itself this week in Kentucky. I heard Ray talk a little bit about this Rand Paul fellow. You've seen the Tea Party who's already chased Charlie Crist out of the party. You've seen him beat Bob Bennett in Utah. But what you saw this week in Kentucky is a candidate who's not actually a believer in small government. He's really a believer in no government. You know, government by and for the people is an ideal, but he's kind of really a believer in almost no government, making all kinds of misstatements and really showing what the Tea Party movement is about. That corrosive battle on the Republican side was demonstrated in full view tomorrow, and if you're really a junkie, you can turn on tomorrow and watch me debate Michael Steele on ABC This Week tomorrow morning. At the DNC, we basically have 3 missions. First mission is presidential success. In that sense, I have a slightly different job than Howard Dean had or Terry McAuliffe had. They were the loyal opposition. They did not have the White House. For 6 of their 8 years, they didn't have either House of Congress. But we've got the White House, we've got both houses of Congress, we've got the majority of the governorships, and we don't have them by accident. We have them because the American people handed us the keys and said, we want you to run the country rather than the other guys. So we begin with a mission of presidential success. That's the first thing we do. We try to do everything we can to help the president succeed. Second, we work to elect Democrats. As Ray said, we're going to put $50 million into the midterm elections all across the United States, not a single dollar of which comes from a PAC or a federal lobbyist. Candidates defend great incumbents, but also help new people get elected, take Republican seats away, like right here, 37 seat in New Hampshire. The third thing we do is we work to build strong infrastructure, and that's why I'm so glad to be with you in New Hampshire today. This afternoon, I'm doing the same thing at the Maine Democratic Convention. I want to get out and meet with the state parties as we continue the Howard Dean 50-state strategy investing in industry. Let's spend some time talking about President Obama's accomplishments, and I will start there, but I won't go into it in too much detail. But let me just start with the economy. Look, President Obama came in the midst of the worst economy since the 1930s, and with 2 wars that were basically open-ended, blank check, undefined missions in January 2009. On the economy side, we had basically been driven into a ditch by failed policies that the other party put in place, and we were losing 750,000 jobs a month in January 2009. Today, 15, 16 months later, we're now growing again. We, last month, added nearly 300,000 jobs to the economy. Our GDP was shrinking by 6%. It's now increasing by somewhere between 4 and 5%. The stock market got to around 6,000. Still a bit of a roller coaster, but it's up in the mid-10s. And so what we're seeing is in every trend line, we were plummeting during the last half of the Bush administration. And the Republicans, the party in control, they weren't willing to pull the ripcord on the parachute when President Obama came in. But what we've done is we just looked around that ditch. We said we're going to stop digging. We built a ladder. We're climbing. Soon, within the next couple of months, here's something that's going to happen that I think will be pretty surprising. We're going to have job growth a number of months in a row, I believe, as we have. We've had 4 months in a row of job growth now. We're going to continue. Sometime in 2010, we will hit a mark where this nation will have created more jobs in 2010 than were created in the entire 8 years of the Bush presidency. We're not where we're going to be yet. In New Hampshire, though, we have an unemployment rate lower than the national average because of great work here, and strong private sector, and smart governance. The unemployment rate dropped in New Hampshire by 0.3 of 1% in the last April reports, and so we've got a ways to go. But I guess my overall message to the Democrats all around the country is, hey, look, we were in a ditch, and we're finally climbing out of it. We got to keep climbing, not put the keys back in the hands of the folks who put us in the ditch. Sorry. Other successes: 4 million more American kids with health insurance, women entitled to equal pay for equal work, a start nuclear non-proliferation treaty with Russia and allies. Using diplomacy to take out working with Congress has been the first president to make strides toward equality for LGBT Americans. Visitation rights and the rights to make medical decisions for partners of our hospitals. Calling for and working for and getting defense officials on board with a repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell. What I want to talk about for a minute is health insurance. If you come into my house, and maybe some of your houses are the same way, you can tell a lot about a person if you look at what's on their mantle. Look on their mantle. People have important things on their pictures of family or other things. The Democratic Party has a mantle in our house. If you ask people what do Democrats stand for, what have Democrats done, what we tend to do is we tend to say, well, Social Security, we did that. Medicaid, Medicare, we did that. The Civil Rights Act, we did that. Right? We point to those things, we did that. With health reform, we put another one up on the mantle. We put one up on the mantle that in 100 years, when people say, what do Democrats stand for, we'll point to those and we'll say,